So we know AB is 40, and because M is the midpoint of AC, we know that AM is 15. So MB is going to be the square root of 40 squared minus 15 squared. That's about 37.08. And now that I have that, I can calculate the value for ME relatively easily. So when I do that, I get 106.65 centimeters. Miguel, are you okay there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we want the angle MEB. That's this one. So to find that, I'm just going to use tangent. So opposite over adjacent is there. That's going to give me 20.35 degrees. And then we also ask for MDB. So that is that triangle, right? Or that angle anyways. Okay. So let's draw our triangle for that. So again, we know MB and BD do we know that? We don't, but we can find MD rather easily. So MCD is a right triangle. This side is 100, this side is 15. So I can do the Pythagorean theorem there, which gives me 101.12. So I can say angle MDB is tan inverse of opposite over adjacent. And that comes out to be not the right answer. Did I find the wrong angle here? Bye, guys. Good luck singing. Oh my goodness, that's why I got the wrong answer. I didn't do anything wrong. I just typed in my calculator wrong. There we go. So everything I wrote down was fine. 2014. My apologies. It's first thing in the morning. I had 2 days off. I'm kind of rusty. Miguel, are you happy with that though? Okay. Who else has questions? Abby, did I see your hand up earlier?
Yeah,
Number 6. This is a popular one. I think both the other classes both asked about this one too. All right. So liquid is poured into a spherical container to a height of h. The radius of the sphere is 22, and the top of the liquid is the circle, or a circle of radius 10. Work out the height of the liquid h. So the first thing I'm going to observe is that this is also a radius for the sphere, right? You agree with that? Okay. So if I want h, it's going to be just 22 plus whatever that distance x is there. Abby, you happy with that? So what I want to do is I want to make a right triangle that involves this side x. The one that you need to make is this one. Why do I want to make that right triangle? Because this segment that we just drew in is a radius for the sphere, so it's also 22. And then it's relatively easy from there, right? You have a right triangle. You just have to solve for x and then do 22 plus x. It should be 40 something or another. 41.6 should be the final answer. Is that cool? I didn't figure I needed to do that calculation there at the end. The trick is just kind of seeing the radii where you needed them, because you had to draw in 2 other radii for the sphere to kind of finish the problem. And it's not always super obvious, like where those go or whatever. But the other sphere problem, there's another problem similar to this, right? That I think you have to use a similar trick on. Who else has questions? Anna? 13C? Yeah, I'm going to probably ask for some of your answers for the parts leading up to it, but sure, we can do 13C. Yo! Yeah. So 13 says VABCD is a right pyramid. The base of the pyramid is a square with side length 10. The slant height, VA, VB, etc., is 18. And E and F are midpoints of A and D, respectively. So, Anna, what did you get for part A for the length of VE?
17.
That's good. And the length for EF you got was?
7.37.
Good. And we want the value, or we want the angle X then, right? Okay. So this is what we have, right? Notice that this triangle here, VEF, is not a right triangle. Since it's a non-right triangle, I could use my two non-right triangle laws, the law of sines or the law of cosines. I'm going to use the law of cosines in this case, since it's a side-side-side situation. So I can say that VF squared is equal to VE squared plus EF squared minus 2VE times EF times cosine of x. So when I get the x by itself, that'll equal cosine inverse of VF squared minus VE squared minus EF squared divided by negative 2 times VE times EF. And when I type that into my calculator, I get 78.20 degrees. And you're good with me writing down without the numbers filled in like that. I figured that's would be more easier to use going back and looking at with just the names of the segments or whatever in there rather than the numbers. Cool. Who else has some stuff you want to talk about? Okay. Well, if there's no other questions, if you guys will clear your desks for me, we're going to do a homework quiz. So you should take out just something to write with and a sheet of paper. Let's go.